Hey, this is Steve from Sparky's Garage. Today we're going to be working on the wife's truck, aka our tow pig. I actually never did a walk around on this truck. This is our 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT package. This thing has got a bunch of goodies on it. This has got a rough country 2.5-inch lift with a rough country off-road shocks, also with rough country ladder bar suspension. Then it's got fuel 20-inch wheels, fuel MT tires. We got a set of Anzo taillights. We also have the set of Anzo headlights to go along with it, and they have these like little halos in it. It is pretty freaking cool. We got a sport grill on it, or paint matched. We got Flowmaster Delta Force cold air intake, Flowmaster catback American Thunder exhaust system. It's got a Diablo tuned on it. It's got B&M deep trans pan, a B&M diff cover, lots and lots of goodies on this thing. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. The one thing we're going to address today is I do a lot of towing with this, with our camp trailer and car trailer. Yeah, these sport mirrors are not doing it for me. So I jumped on Facebook Marketplace, found a set of 2015 2500 HD tow mirrors. They're in this box here, and picked them up for 40 bucks. I couldn't believe the deal on them. So I'm gonna get the box open up and we're gonna take a look at them. So here they are. Nothing crazy cool, but they are factory OEM GM tow mirrors. They have the black finish on them. You can basically just pull them and they extend out. One thing cool with this one, I don't know how it's gonna work, but it has the turn signals in the mirrors. And my truck is not an LTZ, so it doesn't have any of that fancy stuff. So I don't know how those are gonna work. Hopefully this pigtail is the same. And then one other thing I noticed with these, because these are off a 2500, and I'm guessing because they're tow mirrors, there's an extra stud right here. So mine only has 1, 2, and 3, and then there's this extra stud. So I'm really hoping, and it should not be a difference, but basically these doors should be all the same from 1500, 2500, and 3500. They should all be the same. So I'm gonna basically take off the door panels and we're gonna dive into this. So first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and open your door, and then up here you want to go ahead and turn this off. What this does is it'll turn off the dome lights and the map lights when the door is open, so you don't kill your battery. Next thing you want to do is you're going to get a small little pick in here and take this cover off. We're going to take that cover off also, and then we're going to take our finger and just pry this off. It sounds kind of brutal, but you just kind of give it a little pull and these will pop right off. And then there is some 7mm bolts behind there. All right, we got our covers off. You can see on these covers there is the little notch right there, and on this one it's on the bottom corner. And basically I just took a little pick to pop those off. This big one here, you basically just pull on the bottom and just pull out and it'll snap right off. Then you can see it exposes the 7mm bolt there. There is 2 7mm bolts there. There's one right there, here, 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 and there. And then once those are done, 2 more, one there and one there on the bottom of the door panel. Once you get all those off and those off, you stick your hand underneath here and you should be able to start pulling this door panel away from the skin. And then you're gonna have to unplug, I believe, this guy and unplug the speaker. I have no clue, but we're gonna find out. So now those screws are loose, you actually can take this and pull up, and then you can go ahead and disconnect it. So before I disconnect anything electronic, especially on a new vehicle, you want to make sure you disconnect the battery. So I'm gonna go do that right now before I even start messing with any disconnecting. So window switches are off. I set them right here. Basically there is a little button right here you push, that one pulls down. Same with this one, there's a little button, you push it, pulls down. This one you have to get a little flat blade screwdriver, and you got to take that little red lock and unlock the tab. Then you can push it and then pull down and unlocks. So now we're ready to take our hand, go down the bottom, and just basically pop it, work it all the way around, and then this whole thing should pull off. So one thing I did notice, there is one more bolt way back in there. So basically I had to take an extension, go back in there and remove it. It just felt really tight in this area. And then another thing is, if your door panel has never been off like mine, it's really hard to get off by hand. So I had to use this little tool and just pop it off and basically work my way around. And now you can see it's ready to come off. The door panel is off. So basically once I got the sides popped off, that side popped off, and all the bottom, basically I had to take it and then pick it up and go straight up to basically get it off this lip edge right here. Once you do that, there is a main master plug right here. That one's pretty easy. Let me go here to the back side, I can show you. So it's got this big old connector right here, and basically you just press down and then unhinge it, and then there is the door handle. Basically you just press down on this, slide it back, and then just unhook it, and then it's just really easy. I went ahead and already disconnect this. This is for the power mirrors. So next thing you gotta do is you gotta pop this little guy off, and then I believe this whole trim piece, this will all come off as one, and then you got another one right there. Then you can have access to the bolts. It's starting to unravel itself, but I can get access to the bolts right there. So next, I think we're just gonna go ahead and loosen this up. Actually, on this truck, just because it has an accessory, I may have to peel this visor back, the little rain guard, to get this thing off. We'll loosen the bolts up and then we'll see. So voila, the mirror is off. Pretty simple. It just, like I said, unbolted and I was able just to pull it right off. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this out, make sure it's all nice and clean, and then we'll start mocking up the new mirror. So I mocked up the mirror, and you can see all the studs are lining up with all the holes, but then I'm gonna have to knock out that hole right there, and this should fit on there. Super pumped, guys. Check this out. Bolts on, perfect. Fits the door, perfect. So these are true 2015 HD 2500 mirrors. These are manual pull out, so that's how you extend them and just push them back in. That's what I wanted anyways. I didn't want to mess with any different modules for the door and stuff like that, but this is freaking awesome. I'm really curious to know if I can't get it. There you go, the turn signal, if it works or not, because I took the plug and plugged it in, and it plugs in perfectly. So I don't know if it's already pre-wired, and then you just plug this in and boom, it starts working. So I'm excited to find that out. So here is the setup for all the bolts, or the nuts. So there's the factory one, factory one, factory one. I had to drill out this, but like you saw, there's already like dimples for other mirrors or other bolt configuration. So I just drilled that out, found a nut with a flange on it, added that guy. The grommet fit right through. It's got all this factory little guys I can just put right back on. I mean, that is so awesome. It just bolts right on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the door panel back on, button it all back up, and then I'm gonna hook up the battery and then just test it out, because like I said, I really want to know if that turn signal works or not. So I tried the turn signals just now, and nothing. So the only thing I could think of is it maybe needs to have the other one on to make it work. But check this out, driver's side, the power windows work, motor is perfect on them. Super pumped. Yeah, so door panel's back on. I just got to put the trim piece on real quick, put this cover on and that cover on, and then this side is done. Then we're gonna go over to the passenger side and basically do everything that we just did to the driver's side. Then I'll do one last test just to see if we can get turn signals. If not, I'm just gonna have to live with it and look into that a little bit later. So the truck is done. These things look so good. They cleaned up so nice, and they fit amazing. And this reason being is these are factory GM mirrors. They're stock mirrors. So yeah, they fit really nice. Once I plug that one in, I try to do the turn signal and it doesn't work. Here's the driver's side. I mean, so clean. So yeah, I put the turn signal on. These don't work. So I have no clue. I don't know if it's just a scan tool has to be put in and like turn something on a module or something. If anybody knows, drop a comment below, please. Let me know how I can make these turn signals work. Other than that, it just plugged right into the factory harness. So, but yeah, these are a super killer deal for 40 bucks. I can't believe I got those for $40. I am super pumped. And now I can actually see when I'm towing. So that's a plus. If you guys like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode. I don't know what we're going to be getting into. Probably get back onto the BMW. So yeah, let me know if you guys know how to make that turn signal work also. Like I said, drop a comment below. See you guys next time.